When we pulled the windows off, we noticed all this gunk right here. And then we watched some friends of ours at Gilligan Phantom, and they were installing windows and they were using butyl tape. And when I started really looking at this, I realized that the original bus manufacturers used butyl tape too. So all we have to do is scrub this stuff off right here, and then we can apply some new butyl tape and reinstall the windows. That's pretty easy, and so we'll get on that today. Let's talk about mating surfaces for a second. The two mating surfaces we need to worry about are here and here. Both of these can be addressed on the windows out there. So this part interfaces with this part, and this part interfaces with this part. If it's a warm day, the butyl tape softens up really good. And so it's getting pretty warm out here now, and I've left this sitting out in the sun, and you can see that this stuff just kind of lifts right off. It does leave a residue behind, and I found that acetone actually brings that off really easy. There are two sizes of windows in this bus. There's a narrow one, which is about 22 inches, and a wide one, which is almost 36 inches, okay? So that's something to keep in mind. I'm gonna clean a lot of windows today, but we're only gonna be putting in 16 of them with butyl tape and sealing them to actually moving weather conditions, because the rest of the windows aren't gonna be windows, they're gonna be something else, some kind of filler. I haven't decided yet. We'll get there, but it has to change.
Woo! Sunrise, late nights, wishing that this would be over. Cold ice, the same fights, we won't be getting any closer. We're supposed to be young, dumb, and free. Thought that we'd never be me. Hoping that you'll see what we could be.
We have some of the seal here. It looks really bad, and we may have to take these apart and replace those. So let's pull this in the garage, and let's disassemble it.
Aimless, shouting, bringing up all of our mistakes.
Why?
We're supposed to be young, dumb, and free. Thought that we'd never be me. Hoping that you see what we could be before we throw it all away. And pride's forsaken both of us. Always thought that we would get it right. We've been fighting 9 to 5. Always thought that you'd be by my side.
Oh, look. Oh. It's a rubber gasket all the way around it. I think we're good. I think just the top edge of the rubber gasket is getting worn out. But this is a rubber gasket. And I think all the rest of the rubber gasket is actually good in here.
Oh, it's just like sun rotted and a little bit weather damaged, just barely on the top edge.
Yeah.
The whole rest of it is still super good
We're in
rubber.
good shape. We don't have to do anything.
Oh my gosh, thank goodness we don't have to go through the effort of taking every single window apart and putting new stuff around every single pane of glass.
Oh, that's really...
That would have been so many panes of
That
glass.
makes me happy.
Right?
Okay. So, I just have to reassemble this. Are you helping, Mama? What a big kitty helper you are. I didn't see you scraping any butyl tape though. This is cleaning up so good. The cool thing about the way these windows are designed, and I'll digress for a second because we've seen a lot of bus windows in watching YouTube videos, and the different manufacturers do this differently in every bus. Some of the windows come in from the outside and some push in from the inside like ours. The cool thing is right here, this little lip right here is one piece of metal, and it prevents water when it comes, if it gets behind the window, it comes down onto this lip and goes back outside of the bus. That's a really good thing. So the only thing we need to do is seal the window enough so that air and stuff doesn't blow it past this lip. Also, this right here, the window comes in and presses against here. So we're gonna put butyl tape right here to waterproof this, and butyl tape down here to waterproof the bottom. And the top of the window has a rubber seal in it already, and this prevents water from getting to falling behind the window. We've got a good system here. It's going to be very easy to waterproof this thing with just a little effort of taking off the old butyl tape here to give us a nice clean joint between the butyl tape between the window and the outside. So the transition is we want it to be waterproof here, or water resistant here, and we want it to be water resistant here. So we're going to need to put butyl tape along between here and here to finish off this right here. So it's a kind of a weak link, and if we don't put a good goop of butyl tape in between here and here, then it's going to leak. I would love to say I got up early for this, but it's like 11 o'clock. But my excuse is this, that this particular task of scraping butyl tape off actually goes so much easier if it's a little bit warmer. So the sun is falling on the driver's side of the bus this morning. So my task is to finish scraping. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I'm not even halfway done. I bet you're wondering why we're taking these things off again. We decided it's better not to have them so that when we put the side stuff on, we don't put screws in through wires and stuff. So we have a good idea of what to do here. But we have to do that before we put the windows in, because they will, the windows will actually go over. Let me show you. The windows will sit right here over this. And we just can't have that.
Come to the last one already.
Woo! The sunrise, late nights, wishing that this would be over. Cold ice, the same fights, we won't be getting any closer. We're supposed to be young, dumb, and free. Thought that we'd never be mean. Hoping that you'll see what we could be before we throw it all away. Pride's forsaken both of us. Always thought that we would get it right. We've been fighting 9 to 5. Always thought that you'd be by my side.
Just think YouTube. I spent a lot of time on YouTube learning how to do this.
Aimless, shouting, bringing up all of our mistakes. What we have done. We're supposed to be young, dumb.
All right, trying something new here.
Going straight over that metal edge this time.
Well, I don't know about straight, well, maybe so.
You could put it in like an L shape like you were doing and then wrap that piece back up and over.
Let's see what happens here. Ugh.
Yeah, I got
Hold on,
fingers.
it'll. Oh, here we go. I got it. So I'll do that right there, and just leave this kind of.
Oh, and just leave it flat like this?
Yeah, because it'll push down there, and this piece should push into the bus, inside the bus.
I think that's a smart idea.
I
I
think
like
so,
this.
too.
I like this plan.
That might work better.
Okay, and then you put another layer of this down on the sill of the bus, right?
Yeah, that seems to be the best. Trying to put it on here, it turns into a mess.
Oh, wait, this side. Do you still need the pieces right here on the little edges?
Yes,
Okay.
and that's really important. If we get like, it's kind of like a compressor blowing water when you're driving down the road. So we're trying to not allow any air to escape around these edges and stuff. So
I love this butyl tape, though. It's so easy to work with. Like,
Yeah.
it's like that. It reminds me of that putty that you
Already
use.
did that
Oh,
one.
you already did. The putty that you use, like to hang posters on your wall or
all
whatever.
right, let's go do this one. The interesting thing is that we won't be able to tell if it's doing a good job here. We can only assume it's doing a good job because we can't see it.
Aren't we going to give it a hose test?
Yeah, we are. But it would be nice for it to work the first time. So I'm just pulling this stuff back because it's going to be wasted if I don't, and creating a thicker layer of butyl tape where the window's actually going to sit on this ridge, and then it'll smush down really well. So I think it's going to be all right. All right, here we go.
There's a red wire on top.
Yeah, I see it. There's a whole bunch of wires just all in the way.
And it's not seated on your right. There, I think you got it.
Well, let's look. Looks like it did fine. That just sucks it in. That creates the last part of the seal. we put this one in, but we didn't realize that the little window latch was broken on it. And since we have extras, since we're not putting all the windows back, we can go ahead and just take this out and discard it. No, it makes me sad. I hate going backwards. Ugh, oh, gooey.
It's so easy.
Even a caveman could do it.
I love this stuff.
So some of these projects just take days and days and days, and this one is just one of those. It's so tedious, but we've got to the point where we're taking off the new butyl tape, just trimming it so it doesn't stick out. There's just excess here that doesn't do anything. So we're gonna cut that off today, clean it up real nice, so when we paint, it'll just be perfect. Whoa! All right.